Bluetooth 1.0. Bluetooth 1.0 launched in 1999, back when phones had antennas, and calling someone without a wire felt futuristic. The Motorola Razr and flip phones of that era were Bluetooth 1.0 pioneers. Pairing one of those sleek flip phones to a chunky wireless headset felt like living in the future, even when it barely worked half the time. The whole idea was simple but bold. Replace short cables between devices like phones, headsets, and laptops with a tiny radio signal. No more tangled wires in your pocket. That was the dream. In practice, Bluetooth 1.0 was ambitious. It operated on the 2.4 GHz band and advertised speeds up to about 721 kilobits per second, which sounds fine until you realize stability was optional. Pairing devices was a ritual. Sometimes it worked instantly, other times you'd reboot everything, sacrifice your patience, and still fail. Wireless freedom came with emotional damage. The main use case was hands-free calling. Early Bluetooth headsets were chunky, had questionable audio quality, and made you look like a Wall Street trader from a late 90s movie. Latency was noticeable, so conversations occasionally felt like you were talking to someone on another planet. Range topped out around 10 meters on paper, but walls, Wi-Fi, and basically reality cut that down quickly. Security was also weak, with early encryption that made privacy more of a polite request than a guarantee. Minor updates like Bluetooth 1.1 tried to fix bugs and improve reliability because 1.0 needed help. The Razr and similar phones pushed manufacturers to make Bluetooth work better because consumers actually wanted wireless calling, even if the technology wasn't quite ready. Still, despite the pain, Bluetooth 1.0 proved that wireless accessories were possible, even if they weren't painless yet. Bluetooth 2.0. Bluetooth 2.0 arrived in 2004, and this is where Bluetooth finally stopped tripping over its own feet. The headline feature was Enhanced Data Rate, or EDR, which boosted speeds up to 3 megabits per second. In reality, you'd see around 2 to 2.1 megabits per second, which was roughly 3 times faster than Bluetooth 1.x. That might not sound exciting today, but back then, it was huge. This version is what made wireless music actually usable. Stereo Bluetooth headphones started to make sense. Audio stutter became less common, and suddenly listening to MP3s without a cable felt normal instead of experimental. This is also when Bluetooth started sneaking into everything. BlackBerry devices dominated business communication with reliable Bluetooth. Laptops finally came with it built in. Car stereos let you stream music wirelessly, and even those sketchy USB dongles you bought because your PC didn't have Bluetooth built in became a thing. The BlackBerry became the power user's phone because you could sync emails, connect headsets, transfer files, and actually rely on Bluetooth to work when you needed it. That reliability made Bluetooth 2.0 feel professional instead of experimental. Power efficiency improved too. Devices could transmit data faster and then go back to sleep, which helped battery life. That meant headsets no longer died halfway through a call and left you yelling, "Can you hear me?" into nothing. Bluetooth 2.1 came later and quietly fixed one of the biggest headaches: pairing. Secure, simple pairing reduced the nightmare of PIN codes and random failures. This is when connecting a device stopped feeling like a tech support challenge and started feeling almost user-friendly. Bluetooth 3.0. Bluetooth 3.0 arrived in 2009 with a bold idea. What if Bluetooth stopped being slow? This was the version that tried to turn Bluetooth into a serious file transfer technology instead of just something you used for headsets and keyboards. The headline feature was high speed mode. In theory, Bluetooth 3.0 could reach speeds up to 24 megabits per second, which was massive compared to earlier versions. The catch was how it achieved those speeds. Bluetooth itself didn't actually move the data. It handled the handshake, then passed the transfer over to Wi-Fi. Bluetooth was basically saying, "I'll set this up, you two finish it." Gaming was where Bluetooth 3.0 actually showed up for most people. Wireless game controllers became standard on consoles. The Nintendo DS and other handhelds used it for multiplayer, and suddenly you could play without cables snaking across your living room. The DS made local wireless multiplayer accessible to millions of players, proving Bluetooth could handle real-time gaming connections reliably. Bluetooth keyboards and mice also got better, with less lag and more reliable connections. For everyday users, Bluetooth 3.0 meant wireless gaming and accessories that actually worked consistently, even if the high-speed transfer features stayed mostly theoretical. On paper, this meant fast photo transfers, quick video sharing, and fewer "why is this taking forever" moments. In reality, almost nobody used it for file transfers. Devices needed extra hardware support, power consumption jumped up, and setup was more complicated than just using Wi-Fi directly. Around the same time, Wi-Fi Direct, USB transfers, and cloud services were becoming common, making Bluetooth 3.0 feel unnecessary. There weren't many meaningful minor updates here because the problem wasn't performance, it was relevance. Manufacturers skipped it, developers ignored it, and users barely noticed it existed. Quick reminder, if you're enjoying this breakdown, hit that like button. It helps us make more tech content that cuts through the confusion. Bluetooth 3.0 wasn't a failure, but it wasn't a success either. It was the awkward middle child of Bluetooth versions, clever but completely overshadowed. Bluetooth 4.0. Bluetooth 4.0 launched in 2010 and completely shifted the purpose of Bluetooth. Before this, it was mostly about music, calls, and short file transfers. Version 4.0 introduced Bluetooth Low Energy, or BLE, designed to sip power instead of guzzle it. Devices could now stay connected for months or even years on tiny coin cell batteries. No more frantic searches for AAA batteries or constantly charging gadgets. This opened the door for a flood of new devices. The Apple Watch and fitness trackers became possible because of Bluetooth 4.0. Smartwatches, heart rate monitors, smart locks, and home automation gadgets suddenly made sense as actual products instead of expensive prototypes. The Apple Watch specifically pushed Bluetooth 4.0 to its limits, maintaining constant connection to your iPhone for notifications, health tracking, and app data without destroying battery life. That always connected wearable experience only worked because Bluetooth 4.0 made it efficient enough. Phones could stay connected to multiple devices at once without running out of juice halfway through the day. Your fridge texting your phone didn't sound crazy anymore. Speed wasn't the headline. BLE transmitted at around 1 megabit per second, enough for step counts, temperature readings, or button presses. Efficiency mattered far more than raw speed. Minor versions improved things even more. Bluetooth 4.1 reduced interface with LTE networks. Bluetooth 4.2 boosted security and added support for IP-based communication, helping smart devices get online smoothly. Bluetooth 4.0 kinda built the backbone of the modern smart home. Bluetooth 5.0. Bluetooth 5.0 arrived in 2016, and this was the version that finally made Bluetooth feel like it could cover more than just the distance from your pocket to your coffee table. It focused on longer range, higher speed, and more reliable connections, especially for smart homes and IoT gadgets that like to act like they have their own lives. The headline numbers were impressive. Bluetooth 5.0 could reach up to 240 meters in open space, compared to around 60 meters for 4.x devices, and boosted data rates to 2 megabits per second in low energy mode. That meant devices could talk to each other farther, faster, and with fewer mysterious dropouts that make you wonder if your smart light is just pretending to work. This version is also what made truly wireless earbuds explode in popularity. AirPods and similar earbuds relied on Bluetooth 5.0's improved range and stability to work without constant dropouts. You could leave your phone on the kitchen counter and walk around your apartment without the music cutting out every 10 seconds. AirPods became a cultural icon, partly because Bluetooth 5.0 finally delivered on the promise of truly wireless audio that just worked. The improved connection stability meant both earbuds could sync properly. Phone calls sounded clear, and battery life improved because the connection was more efficient. It also doubled broadcast capacity, so smart bulbs, thermostats, locks, and sensors could send more info without draining batteries. One hub could now manage your smart home like a tiny overworked traffic controller, but actually get the job done. Minor updates added a lot of perks. Bluetooth 5.1 introduced direction finding, making it easier to locate lost earbuds or trackers. Bluetooth 5.2 brought LE audio for better sound with less power. Bluetooth 5.3 and 5.4 added tweaks to make smart homes run smoother, so your devices mostly work without you yelling at them. Bluetooth 5.0 made BLE truly practical. Your smart home finally started feeling smart instead of just a bunch of buttons that occasionally obeyed you. Bluetooth 6.0. Bluetooth 6.0 is the latest evolution, expected around 2026 to 2028, and it's built for a world where everything wants to talk to everything else. Phones, watches, cars, fridges, basically your toaster might start sending you notifications one day. The numbers are impressive. Speeds could hit 4 megabits per second or more in low energy mode. Range might surpass 500 meters in open space, and latency drops so low it's practically instant. Perfect for VR, AR, or arguing with a smart speaker that refuses to obey. VR and AR headsets are major targets for Bluetooth 6.0. Current wireless VR headsets struggle with latency and bandwidth, But with 6.0 speed and near-zero lag, you could connect controllers and audio and sensors simultaneously without sacrificing performance. The Meta Quest and future headsets could handle full immersive experiences entirely over Bluetooth. No extra dongles or complicated setup required. Imagine VR gaming, fitness apps, and virtual meetings all running smoothly over a single Bluetooth connection without lag, disconnects, or quality drops. That's what Bluetooth 6.0 is aiming to enable. Connection density skyrockets too, potentially supporting millions of devices per square kilometer, which means your smart city won't implode when everyone turns on their lights at once. Efficiency gets a huge boost. Tiny wearables can last months without a recharge, so your fitness tracker won't die mid-run. Security also improves with advanced encryption and authentication, keeping hackers from hijacking your smart home or listening in on your earbuds. Minor updates will continue improving stability, battery use, and AI-assisted communication between devices. Bluetooth 6.0 turns your gadgets into an invisible, chatty team that mostly behaves. Most of the time. That's Bluetooth. From clunky 1.0 headsets to 6.0's smart home army. Each generation got faster, smarter, and more reliable. Sometimes quietly, sometimes dramatically. Which version shaped your tech life? Struggling with 1.0, streaming on 2.0, or controlling smart lights with 5.0? By 6.0, even your fridge might judge your snack choices. If you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe for more tech explained clearly without the boring stuff. Now, here's the thing. You just learned about the wireless standard that connects all your devices. But there's a completely different spec inside your PC that's just as confusing and way more expensive to get wrong. VRAM, 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB, 24 GB. Those numbers are plastered on every graphics card listing, but most people have no idea how much they actually need. That's exactly what we're covering next. Every VRAM size explained simply, what each amount actually handles, where the real sweet spot is, and how much you need to stop wasting money on the wrong graphics card. Click the video on screen right now, and I'll see you there.